Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel at VAG Technic. So we have Miroslav here working on the Q7, the only available RAM what we actually have here at the moment. And somewhere behind many cars, mountains and rivers we have missed today working on one of the S4 V8s. So I'm the only one not working, unfortunately. However, I will be diagnosing a car on lease today, and we have an RS3 in the workshop. The reason why the RS3 is here, you can probably tell the condition of the cover and the engine, that there was a huge oil leak because the car was somewhere for a service. There was a huge oil leak which get to the exhaust and the car actually caught fire. It didn't burn the vehicle completely, but you can tell that the bonnet is fully black from all the burning oil, and the heat shields on the back are burned, and obviously there was a huge oil leak somewhere in the engine bay. Also the interior used to be white, which is not white anymore from all the fumes. So that will be interesting to actually sit in the vehicle. And the plan for today is we have to diagnose it why it's not running properly, because the engine sounds like this. From the sound of the engine, I'm guessing that one of the cylinders have no compression, but maybe I'm wrong. So I want to run a diagnostic check with VCDS, and we will definitely check the compressions on all 5 cylinders, and I'll show you around in the engine bay what might actually happen. As you can probably tell, huge oil leak from somewhere over here. There's more oil underneath over there. There's more oil on the cover. As you can see on the heat shields, on the exhaust, that was definitely burning. There was something going on behind that. Like I said, the engine doesn't sound well. It's shaking quite a lot, and to me it doesn't seem to be an easy repair, but you never know. There was definitely somebody working before us, because I can tell this coil pack is from an RSQ3. This one is from don't know where, and that's another RSQ3 coil pack. I don't know where's that from, and this is from RSQ3 maybe as well. So somebody was changing the coil packs for nobody know for what reason, and our job today is find out that who was working on it and what happened, because obviously you can see the oil on the back of the engine, which caused the whole problem in the situation. And this is the interior I was talking about. What used to be white, it's not white anymore, it's a bit darker. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna plug it on the diagnostic now, and we will check what's the fault codes. Okay, so we have an oxygen lambda sensor heating circuit. It's an open circuit malfunction that might actually cause the misfire, because there's a multiple misfire and all 5 cylinders show misfire as well. So we will check if the lambda is not damaged or just unplugged, and we're definitely gonna do a compression test. Okay, so the lambda sensor is over here, which is plugged into nowhere. It's unplugged for some reason. And the connector for it, it's here, not chopped off. Brilliant. So we're gonna plug the lambda back in, and we will try to start the car up. So the lambda which was unplugged didn't cure the problem. So I think we'll have to do the compression test next. We will get some interesting numbers in a second. Dobra. 12. Okay. 12. Okay. Okay. Half.
Buy so much. We will top it up, no worries.
Okay. Okay. Okay guys, so that was loads of fun. Bit of a dark comedy on the 5-cylinder. So we started from cylinder number 5, which was 12, then it was 12, then it was 10, then it was 0. It's basically a 1.2 all of a sudden from a 2.5, and it's a 2.5 cylinder engine. So I have no idea what happened. We can put the camera on just to have a tiny look inside, but obviously zero compression is usually game over for the engine, so I don't think we will get away just doing the top end. Most likely maybe the valves burn or maybe the piston is cracked, nobody knows. But for interested part of the video, I'm just gonna remove the rocker cover to have a look. Maybe it's just a rocker arm, but like I said, I don't think so. But yeah, I'll have to speak to the owner of the vehicle still to try to convince him to build the engine. Most likely he will maybe supply a second-hand engine, just put it in there and get rid of the car. I don't know. But it's actually quite sad after 52,000 miles it needs such a work. But I don't know the service history of the vehicle, so no hard feelings again. And we will do as much as we can to diagnose the car properly, and we will give him an idea of a price to repair it. So let's get the cover off then. So no answer from the owner yet, and obviously we did find out where the fire was coming from. So where's the PCV on the rocker cover, there's a hose coming to the intake on the back, and it was just a zip tight. I'm not saying that the previous service who was doing the service on the vehicle done something wrong, because it might have been there since nobody knows when. However, there's not a big pressure anyway, so it will not let go on the normal conditions. But what I think would happen is that number 2 have zero compression, and you've seen it on the camera that the piston is quite wet and the whole combustion chamber is sort of damaged. So I think if we will do this engine, it will need at least one liner and a piston, but that's if we will do the engine. There's not a solution for it to put a second-hand engine really, because there are on eBay like 5-6 of them. 2 of them are spares or repairs, which is like £5,500, which we might buy in the same condition or even seized up, so the crankshaft will be not good for us, or something will be unrepairable, so we will end up in the same situation with this engine which is in the car at the moment. And the other 3 or 4 engines are with some kind of a warranty, probably 30-60 days, with some mileage between 30 to 50,000 miles, but the price is double the price of the spares or repairs, which means it's about 11,000-12,000 pounds plus fitting, plus some oils, filters, gaskets maybe. So overall we are getting to a very interesting number. We've done our best to diagnose the car how much as we can from the top without stripping too many things down. I don't see any damage from the camshaft, the timing is lined up properly, so probably it will be the piston what let go. The reason why the piston go, nobody knows. It might be still a faulty injector, so even if you're going to build this engine, you still have to go through a process of checking every component which is in the engine, which will be quite interesting. But we have to wait for the owner to give us a call back and we'll give you an update. Okay guys, so these are the spark plugs what I removed from the engine. This is probably number 2, because it's completely wet from petrol, I believe. And definitely one spark plug, which is this, is completely different from something, I don't know from what. It's a Denso spark plug. And obviously whoever was working on the car before was quite desperate to make it run like cheapest possible repair, which didn't work out. I don't think they actually checked the compressions, otherwise the car wouldn't be here. Even the coil packs you've seen were basically replaced from an RS3, whatever was handy. And yeah, we will see what will be the update. So this is how far we get for now, and we have to wait for the owner to give us a confirmation what to do next. A second. Yeah, I can hear you now. Regarding the RS3.
Oh yes, how you doing?
Yeah, you know, still alive, still alive. I have good news and I have bad news, as usual.
What happened? We were driving on the motorway,
Yeah.
and then we seen like smoke coming from the bay. Then we parked up, doing 70 cruising, parked up, and obviously there was the flames at the pipe.
I understand.
We fixed the pipe, everything. And when we fixed the pipe, then obviously we're driving again, and then another pipe burst, and then obviously it started misfiring.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think there was a huge pressure in the crankcase. What actually happened is that piston number 2 has a crack and the bore's damage. So all the pressure what should stay between the piston rings and the cylinder head just went into the block. So every single pipe was holding onto the block just went. The other problem is what we're having at the moment, that I was looking online and this engine code is basically quite rare. There's like 7 engines for sale. 2 of them are spares or repairs, which I think will be the same garbage what's in the car now with the cracked piston or something. Yeah, that's going for £5,500–6,000 for spares or repairs. And if you want to go for a second-hand engine with low mileage and a warranty only 60 days, you're looking about 12 grand to get the engine.
And how much the rebuild on all of them?
The rebuild is matter of we gotta strip it down. Yeah, because I don't think the bottom end is damaged. The crank should be usable, the cylinder head should be usable. We will probably have to get one liner done and replace the pistons just in case it wanna happen on other pistons, because I'm not sure what it caused yet. Option number 1, injector was overfueling, yeah, and it washed out the piston from petrol and it get damaged, or there was some other reason, because also somebody was messing with the spark plugs, and there are 2 types of spark plugs in the engine now. One is completely different.
So do you know what a rebuild would cost me roughly on it?
I mean, if you really want to go budget-wise, I think we can squeeze it something to like 7–7.5. But I can give you exact price when the engine is out.
You know, if I get, for example, a Gaza engine, is it hard to change it over or
No.
it's not hard?
No. The thing is, yeah, they all look the same, but they're different. We had a guy with the TTRS who tried to mess about with the engine code, so they just put a different engine code and the engine never ran properly.
Alright, let me see what I can do and then I'll give you a
Alright,
call
safe.
back.
Alright, mate, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Stay safe, bye. Okay, guys, so the owner said it. We'll have to wait because he's gonna think a lot, because it's too much money, I understand. There was a situation that he wants to put a different engine code, which is the same but different, and from the experience we had a TTRS here where somebody put a different engine code and the engine just didn't want to run properly. So we will definitely won't go that way to try out to fit a different engine code to it. So probably the car is going outside to the yard to the rest of the thinkers, and I'm just going to put everything back together, so the rocker coming back on, and obviously the 5 different spark plugs and everything. So it will look like sort of a car. We will see what will be the outcome, but there's no really other option than just rebuild this engine, which I think will be the cheapest option, or get a second-hand engine for 10 to 12 grand. There's 30–60 days warranty. Nobody knows like what's inside and stuff, so we'll see. We'll leave it to the owner. For now, I'm gonna just put it back together. Hey guys, so I put the RS3 back together, and obviously meanwhile I had a text message from the owner of the vehicle, and he was quite straight with the answer that it's too much money to get it done either way, which we fully understand and accept. I'm actually quite happy that he was straightforward, not wasting our time, his time, our car park outside, because there's not much space to actually store such a vehicle until somebody will make up his mind what to do with it. So the recovery is coming for it tomorrow, and he will take the car. Of course, there's always an option to put a second-hand engine in the vehicle, but we can't provide any warranty, and whoever is selling the engine is no warranty, 30 days or 60 days warranty, which is not a win-win situation from any side, unfortunately. Rebuild the engine is a big unknown for a reason that we never gave a price to a customer before the engine is fully stripped down, because you don't know the internal damage of the engine. So there might be a damaged turbo, which is additional money. There might be a damage, I don't know, a crank, oil pump, whatever. So the bill can be very quickly added bit by bit, and it can go from 7.5 to 10,000 pounds, and all of a sudden it's out of budget. So usually what we do is to give a price for a full engine tear down, which is a couple of hours with removal and strip it down fully and find out what's wrong with it. And we usually go from there to price up the actual whole repair of the engine. But in this case, nothing is happening, so probably the car will be sold as it is. The engine still starts and the car's capable to move forward and backwards, so maybe it will go on auction with the listed fault as it is now, and somebody can buy it, whoever's got a spare engine or is able or capable to repair it himself. It can be a cool project car for a decent money. So we're gonna push the car outside, and tomorrow the cover is coming for it, and we'll probably see you in the next video with another RSS model or whatever. So this was actually a diagnostic what you've seen for £50. We diagnose as much as we can everything without stripping the engine too much, and the conclusion was quite easy, too much money. So thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.